Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science, Grade 5, Quarter 4, Lesson 1. Our topic for today is about different types of landforms, bodies of water, and their effects on living and non-living things. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies. The learners identify local examples of natural landforms and bodies of water such as mountains, valleys, rivers, and coastlines, and describe how they influence non-living and living components of the environment. Learning objectives. 1. Describe different landforms. 2. Differentiate bodies of water. 3. Enumerate effects of landforms and bodies of water on the living and non-living components of the environment. Day 1. Nature is not a place to visit. It is home. By Gary Snyder. Guide questions. 1. What does the quote mean? Answer. The quote means we should take care of nature because it is where we live. 2. Who lives in the home called nature? Answer. People, animals, plants, and other living things live in nature. 3. What needs do living organisms get from nature? Answer. They get food, water, air, and shelter from nature. 4. How does nature affect living organisms? Answer. Nature helps living organisms grow, live, and survive. 5. What natural places or attractions have you visited? Describe. Answer. I have visited the beach. It is beautiful with clean water and fresh air. Types of landforms and bodies of water. These places are considered as UNESCO World Heritage. Protected areas declared as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Tubataha Reefs Natural Park, Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, Mount Hamiguitan Range Wildlife Sanctuary. A World Heritage Site is the designation for places on Earth that are of outstanding universal value to humanity and as such have been inscribed on the World Heritage List to be protected for future generations to appreciate and enjoy. The United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, selects a landmark or area for having cultural, historical, scientific, or other form of significance, which is legally protected by international treaties. The sites are designated as having outstanding universal value under the Convention concerning the protection of the world cultural and natural heritage. 3 of the 6 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Philippines are natural sites categorized as protected area under NIPAS. The following are the 6 3 cultural sites and 3 natural sites, UNESCO World Heritage Sites of the Philippines. 1. Historic town of Vigan. 2. Baroque churches of the Philippines. 3. Rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras. 4. Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park. 5. Tubataha Reefs Natural Park. 6. Mount Hamigin Range Wildlife Sanctuary. What do you think are the importance of these natural sites that are considered as UNESCO World Heritage Sites? Answer: they are important because they are special, beautiful, and need to be protected for future generations. Should we only protect these natural sites identified by UNESCO? Answer: no. We should protect all natural sites, not only those identified by UNESCO. What other natural sites do you consider need protection? Answer: forests, rivers, seas, mountains, and coral reefs need protection. Should we try to protect all parts of the environment? Answer: yes, we should protect all parts of the environment to keep living things safe and healthy. Unlocking content area vocabulary. Which word is it? Match each word to the correct definition. Each of you will choose a word in the second column, and you will match it either to definition 1 or definition 2. Afterwards, you will explain their answers. Definition 1. Having an inclined or upward or downward. This is steep. Definition 2. Level or smooth surface. This is flat. Next, definition 1, a small width, short distance from one side to another. This is narrow. Definition 2, a large width, large distance from one side to another. This is broad. Last, a person, thing, event, state, or action that produces an event. This is cause. The result or outcome of a cause. This is effect. Subtopic number 1. Types of landforms. Summer destination. Describe your latest summer trip. Any vacation trip if no recent summer trip. A. Location. Where is it? Description they can give to the place. B. Experience. What did they do there? What did they feel? Why were they there? Activity number 1. Gallery walk. Landforms in the Philippines. Look at the photos around your classroom, then answer the tables below. Here are the major landforms in the Philippines. Plain. North Luzon Plain. Mountain. Mount Makiling, Laguna. Island. Boracay Island, Aklan. Plateau. Baguio City, Benguet. Hill, Chocolate Hills, Bohol. Valley, Cagayan Valley. Let's answer this one. First column, what living things can you found here? Second column, what human activities are done here? Third column, major landforms. Fourth column, what can you say about its shape? Fifth column, what are its unique features? First, plain, flat and wide, good for farming, people, plants, farm, animals. Farming, building houses. Second, mountain, high and steep, cold climate, tall peaks. Trees, birds, wild animals. Hiking, farming, tourism. Third, island, land surrounded by water. Beaches and seas. Fish, plants, people. Fishing, tourism, living. Plateau, flat but high land, like a plain but higher. Grass, trees, animals, people. Farming, grazing animals. Hill, rounded and not very high, like a mountain but smaller. Plants, birds, small animals. Farming, hiking, and housing. Last, valley, low land between mountains, surrounded by land, not water. Plants, animals, people. Farming, living, and traveling. Plain, a broad area of relatively flat land. Mountain, a rising area with steep slope significantly higher than its surroundings. Island, a land area completely surrounded by water, relatively smaller than continent. Plateau, a flat land in a high area. Hill, a rising area with steep slope but smaller as compared to mountain. Valley, a low area between mountains or hills which often feature a river. Lesson activity, travel destinations in the country. Look at the different landform travel destinations in the country. Describe each travel destination to promote it to tourists. Mayon, Legazpi City, Albay. Mayon volcano is famous for its perfect cone shape. Tourists can enjoy beautiful views, take pictures, and learn about volcanoes. Siargao, Siargao, Tacloban. Siargao is known for its white sand beaches and big waves. Tourists visit to surf, swim, and enjoy the clear blue sea. Manolo Fortich Town, Cagayan de Oro City, Bukidnon. Manolo Fortich has cool weather and green mountains. Tourists can enjoy nature trips, farms, and relaxing views. Subtopic number 2, Bodies of Water, Day 3. Observe the pictures of polluted bodies of water. Describe what you see. Identify the possible causes and explain the effects. First, the water has trash stuck on trees and floating on the surface. People throw garbage into the water and tides carry the waste. Plants and animals in the water can be harmed or die. Second, the river is very dirty and full of plastic bottles and waste. improper waste disposal and trash from homes and cities. The water becomes polluted, fish die, and people may get sick. River, a body of water that flows from a higher position towards the sea. Creek, a body of water like the river but narrower. Lake, a body of water surrounded by land. Unlike river, its water is not flowing. Ocean, a big body of salt water that covers the earth. The ocean of the world is divided into four oceans: Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic. Sea, a smaller portion of the ocean and located beside a land. Bay, a smaller portion of the sea beside a shoreline and curved in shape. Interview a classmate. Interview your classmates who are able to go visit any of the mentioned bodies of water. This activity may be continued at home, in which you may interview your parents, relatives, neighbors, and other friends. You may ask for images of your interviewee took while they were visiting that body of water. Write your answer in this table. First column, body of water. Second column, location. Third column, description. And fourth column, experience. Lesson activity, slogan. There will be assigned body of water to each group. Create a slogan that both describes the body of water and highlights its importance. It is important to illustrate the body of water with accurate characteristics as well as its surrounding, and that message is appropriate or specific to the assigned body of water. Subtopic number 3, effects of landforms and bodies of water to living and non-living things. Day 4. What can I find there? Illustrate a landform or body of water and enumerate the living and non-living things there. Use these prompts as a group. You must give what is asked as fast as possible. The quickest group in each round wins. Round 1, illustrate a valley. Round 2, enumerate 3 living things found in a river. Round 3, illustrate a mountain with 2 non-living things found there. Round 4, enumerate 3 living things and 2 non-living things in an ocean. Round 5, illustrate a lake with 2 living things and 1 non-living thing. What if? There will be assigned different what if prompts to each group. Each group will role-play what you think will happen if the prompt occurs in real life. What if 1, the river stops flowing? What if 2, the ocean waves become stronger? What if 3, a wildfire occurred in the mountain? What if 4, there are frequent landslides in valley? What if 5, oil was spilled around an island? Essay writing. There will be assigned landform and a body of water to each group. Then choose a living thing you like which is present there. List the possible experiences and problems this living thing encounters in the landform or body of water they are living in. Now, write a letter to humans as if you are the living thing you have chosen. Learners' takeaways. Describe and illustrate. Enumerate 3 landforms and 3 bodies of water. Then describe and illustrate those they have given. Let's have the landform first. First, mountain. A highland with steep sides. Second, plain, flat and wide land. Third, island, land surrounded by water. Next, bodies of water. First, river, flowing water that moves to the sea. Second, lake, large body of water surrounded by land. Third, ocean or sea, very large body of salty water. Reflection and learning, my favorite learnings. Prompt 1, the most interesting lesson. Answer, learning about landforms and bodies of water. Prompt 2, the most memorable activity. Answer, describing and drawing landforms and bodies of water. Prompt 3, the lesson that I will most likely remember. Answer, how important it is to protect the environment. Prompt 4, the lesson that I will surely share with others. Answer, keeping rivers, seas, and land clean to protect nature. Formative assessment, identification. Identify which landform or body of water is being described. 1. A steep, tall landform which is often climbed by nature enthusiasts. Answer, mountain. 2. A body of water that brings fresh water from the mountains towards the sea. Answer, river. 3. A body of water which is not flowing and surrounded by land. Answer, lake. 4. A landform surrounded by water which is often seawater. Answer, island. 5. A landform that is elevated but relatively flat. Answer, plateau. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe para sa higit pang educational content. I-click ang bell icon para ma-update ka sa ating mga bagong video. Salamat!